For anybody out there that's being bullied and being called names, you're going to fuck that boy one day, and he's going to bottom. Hello again.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
Okay, everybody in the chat, take a drink, because I had a bet with myself saying if Kevin does the Kamala Harris wheels on the bus thing, I take a shot. I do not have any alcohol, but finish your drink if you have one.
Oh welcome my God, you know me so well, Connor.
I knew it was either going to be that or who doesn't love a yellow school bus?
It's truly both. It's truly
both.
But
like. Can we talk about? I painted my nails.
Let's introduce ourselves first, okay?
I painted my nails.
I'm Kevin. I'm really gay. Hi.
Are you done talking over me?
Yes.
Okay. I painted my nails school bus yellow specifically for if you made that school bus yellow comment. Because I knew, like this is your hyperfixation of the week is Kamala Harris being unhinged.
How did you know?
Because you've been tweeting about it for like a week. It's all Kamala
hasn't
Harris.
Even been a week.
It's been for a long enough time that I was like, wow, he's really into this. Anyway, welcome back to Fruity Cereal.
Welcome back.
Oh my gosh, Kevin, how was your week?
It was pretty boring. Nothing really interesting happened this week, but a lot of been doing things other weeks, so it's nice to have a week where it's like kind of a little chill.
Are you getting set up for any like holiday plans? Because we do have Thanksgiving coming up this Thursday.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. My family, we ain't going nowhere. We're staying right here. We're having
nobody coming to you.
Nah.
All right, sounds good.
Man.
I have to get the house set up. I have to clean the bathroom, rearrange the living room. We got a new fucking oven. Like,
oh man,
I got a lot of shit going on. Anyway,
but we're just having a meal here. The five of us, and the dog.
I am so white, and I don't like it. That was just like a comment on like the quality of life right now. But I do look like Casper's ugly stepsister.
I told Connor to turn his laptop on or computer on night mode.
I did. I turned it on. It's currently on night mode.
Oh, it is?
Yes. My ring light is currently facing away from me on the lowest setting, and I still look like this.
Ooh.
So yeah, I just need a better camera is what it comes down to.
Yeah. Anyway, Connor, do you have a mug of the week?
I do. Oh my God. You want to know something? I legitimately forgot to do that. I would have remembered it like the beginning at the middle of the show. This actually is my one of my several Cinderella mugs, but this actually goes with that Ursula one that I did on the week that Pet Carol died. They had like a series of like character form mugs. Like you can see like Cinderella's hair and shit. And
yeah.
It's weird. It's like that transfiguration spell in Harry Potter where Ron turns his rat into a cup, but it's still furry.
Yeah.
Somebody turns Cinderella into a mug.
Yeah.
Niche reference. Anyway.
It's not niche. Everybody knows Harry Potter. That's why J.K. Rowling is such a problem right now.
I mean, fair enough. I'm also eating cookies I made from scratch.
Oh my God. I want to eat some raw cookie dough.
I mean, I do have a really amazing recipe for raw cookie dough. If you want it, I will give it to you. Who knows? Okay. I may even put it in the comments of this video.
Okay.
Kevin, do you have some news to share with us?
Yes. And before I do, so this is that Black Panther mug that I showed last week. I remember.
So amazing. We need to see it twice in 2 weeks and talk about it twice in 2 weeks.
No. Let me explain. You can actually tell in this video that this is significantly bluer than it was last week, and that's because I remembered to fill it up with ice water so it could turn blue. But you guys can all see that. You can see the effect if you're watching on visual.
I have to be nice to you because you're autistic as fuck, and I don't want you to grow up on like not trusting people. But just know I do not give a shit about your cup. I just want you to be aware of that fact.
Connor, you have a whole segment about showing off your cups.
Yeah, because it's a different one every week.
Yeah.
I have not repeated a mug once. 17 episodes in, not a repeat.
Okay. Well, aren't you just hooty doody special? Anyway, so I got some news for you guys on my segment. Sounds gay. I'm in.
Stop channeling the Dark Lord Lucifer whenever you introduce your segment. That was chilling.
Yeah, like the Adventures of Sabrina. Anyway, so first story. So first story is Sam Smith's Unholy wins Video for Good at the 2022 EMAs. Sam Smith and Kim Petras proved everyone's into being a little unholy when their chart-topping hit made history, and the pair became the first non-binary and trans artists to reach #1 on the Billboard Top 100. Now they're furthering their reign as the singles video just took home the award for Video for Good at the 2022 MTV EMA. In a virtual acceptance speech, Sam thanked their creative partner Kim and their fans for their love and support for the Buzzy Bop.
Okay. It's very hard for me to get into like a way to go headset because I've heard this song so often. It's now like that commercial in, Inside Out, triple then gum will make you smile. And it's like, it fucking eats away at your head. That's what unholy is to me. I hate it. I now hate it.
I know. Yeah.
But
so the next piece of news is Sam Smith, Kim Petras up for Best Pop Duo at the 2023 Grammys. That's Grammy-nominated duo Sam Smith and Kim Petras to you. Our favorite pair are up for Best Pop Duo at the 2023 Grammys for their history-making earworm hit Unholy. Kim took to Twitter to celebrate the news, writing, "OMG, maybe I'll be a T-word with a Grammy," sobs, and later adding,
a T-word with a Grammy?
Can I say this word? Can I say she makes a pun. She makes a pun.
We get the joke, rhyming. But did she actually say that?
What?
She actually said that.
Yes, she actually said that.
Ew, okay.
And she made a pun in the article that's rhyming the T word with Grammy.
Okay, we don't need you to spell it out.
So I don't know if it's okay for me to say it.
It is not. Do not.
Okay, fine. I won't. Fingers crossed her wish will come true. The Grammys will air on CBS February 5th, live from Los Angeles.
I just want to make something clear. I do believe it's okay to say some things when it is a direct quote and we're using it for context. I just hate that word. And I was like, maybe don't.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was
because know damn well I'm going to like record it and like post it on TikTok and be like, cancel this bitch. Absolutely.
Well, I already did that to you, so that's fair.
You didn't cancel me. Well, I'm still here.
Well, yeah, you have to be activated in order to be canceled.
My warranty has been voided several times this week, Kevin. Speaking of which, that actually relates to my hyperfixation of the week.
Okay. So next piece of news is actually something that is something that Pod Daddy actually just told us right before. So that's that Hillary Burton Morgan slams Candace Cameron Bure for LGBTQ exclusion remark. "You're disgusting."
I do believe it's pronounced Candace Cameron Bure.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure because I do not follow her close enough, but she is a bad person, and that's why I don't follow her.
Actress Hillary Burton Morgan responded to Candace Cameron Bure saying LGBTQ families won't be leads on the network she left the Hallmark Channel for, calling the Full House star disgusting. During an interview with Wall Street Journal, Bure discussed the network Great American Family, which is also set to include Hallmark stars Danica McKellar and Lori Loughlin. Earlier this year, the Hallmark Channel released its first holiday film with an LGBTQ couple as its lead. Bure shared the same move won't be made for Great American Family, saying she believes the channel will keep traditional marriage at the core. The interview made its own way online, where Morgan called her a bigot and disgusting for her creative decision. Bigot, Morgan said on Twitter in response to a headline about Bure's comment. I don't remember Jesus liking hypocrites like candy, but sure, make your money, honey. You ride that prejudice wave all the way to the bank.
Okay, 2 thoughts. Number 1, I stand a businesswoman who's here to make her money. I get that. If it's at the sake of like coming forward and being like, hey, this entire group of people is disgusting and immoral and wrong and deserves to burn in hell, and that is a belief that she does hold, having been, I believe, part of the Mormon faith, and being very vocal about it, that's where we don't stand. She's a bigot, and which bigot, Kevin, do you think bigot is like an offensive term? Because I've heard some people, mostly, bad people saying this, but like bigot is equivalent to the N-word.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Fucking no. What the hell? Like,
absolutely. It's just
absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not.
These are the same people that are claiming that Christians are being persecuted and being rounded up in the streets and shot in the head.
God.
By the woke left.
Yeah, by the woke left. Yeah, we're doing the same thing that you guys have been doing to us for centuries. Yeah, sure. I mean,
the fact that we're just trying to live our lives and live,
like the fact that you should be like, not to be callous, but like they should be grateful that we're not, that we're just trying to live.
Absolutely. I don't want to get heated. I don't want to get mad. This is a happy show.
Yeah, this is a happy show. We are happy people. Morgan also tweeted that there's nothing untraditional about same-sex couples. In an interview, Bure mentioned her exit from Hallmark to work on The Great American Family, where she will also serve as creative officer. She says she wanted to tell stories that had more meaning and purpose and depth behind them. I knew the people behind Great American Family were Christians that loved the Lord and wanted to promote faith, family programming, and good family entertainment, Bure told the Journal. She will be producing religious programming through her Candace Cameron Bure Presents. Oh, boy. Anyway, so I guess no further comments, Connor?
Not really. She's a bad person. I sincerely hope this flops and she...
right.
Yeah. I don't wish her well. That's all I can say. It's like I don't have anything nice to say, so I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay. So next piece of news. So this is some good news. Senate advances bill protecting same-sex marriage.
Thank you. We need this. We desperately need this.
Yep. On Wednesday, November 16th, the Senate voted in favor for Respect for Marriage Act, a bill protecting same-sex marriage. 60 votes were needed to advance the bill. All 50 Democrats and 12 Republicans voted in favor, with 37 Republicans voting in opposition, one refraining from voting altogether. According to the New York Times, the measure demonstrated a shift within the Republican Party, even as 3/4 of its caucus voted against it, despite the notion that a recent polling shows more than 70% of Americans, including majority of Republican voters, according to NPR, a final vote would come as early as this week. If approved by the Senate, it would then go back to the House to pass as amended before heading to the president's desk. Following the Senate vote, President Biden tweeted, "The Respect for Marriage Act protects all couples under law. I urge Congress to send the bill to my desk so I can make it law." We're keeping our fingers crossed for Congress that Congress follows suit.
All right. I mean, it doesn't guarantee that we're going to keep, marriage legal. It just states that if I get married in New York and go to Alabama, they have to recognize my marriage as valid.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah.
It's a step in the right direction.
Right on, dude. Now my last story. Now this is the fun one. This is making up for having 2 stories in a row about the Sam Smith Kim Petras song. So, Stormy Daniels is to host a gay dating show for Out TV.
Oh no.
Yes. So big news. So according to Deadline, For the Love of Dilps, hosted by Stormy Daniels, is coming to Out TV in early 2023. Stay tuned. Yes.
The name of the show. Say it to me one more time.
for the love of DILFs.
Goodbye. I'm out.
No, Connor, come back. I can't do this show by myself. Or maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a shot. So
Everybody wish Kevin well on his solo podcast. Congratulations. I wish you well. I wish you all the best. It's been fun. Goodbye.
So the show is apparently going to be set up into himbos and daddies as they search for love.
I don't have the emotional wherewithal to be able to do this. I'm legitimately speechless. This does not happen to me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Holy shit. Let's please continue. Holy.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I look like a crazy person right now. Holy
so, shit. Stormy Daniels.
Please continue.
That's it. There's not much. There's not much more
when is this coming to air?
Information. It just says early 2023, so there's no definite date yet.
Okay, so when you said gay dating show, instantly I thought of. Do you remember that show, Finding Prince Charming?
Yes.
And do you remember there was like a scandal attached to that one?
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
I know there was like the guy who I believe won the show. The show only ran for one season because like there was something going on with the guy who won the game. He did something. I can't remember what it was. I don't remember if it was like him committing a crime or being associated with like, a bad group of people. But I do remember that, like, number one, the show was terrible. It was absolutely boring because gays don't date.
Was the guy who won, was he the guy that looked like a thumb?
I think so, but I also could be wrong.
Really?
I don't know.
That guy, the titular
Prince
Charming.
A contestant on Logos Finding Prince Charming claims that he has been fired from his job as a real estate agent following recent revelations that the show's leading man was an escort. That was it.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like a big drama, and it led to the show getting canceled.
Yeah. I remember hearing about that before the show actually even aired, that people found out that what was his name? Robert Sebulba?
That's a character from Star Wars, Kevin.
Wait. Okay. What was? Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Finding Prince Charming, American TV show. Robert Sebulba Jr. Right. That's his name. Okay. Did you know that one time he liked one of my Instagram posts? Did you know that? That's a brag.
That's not as much of a brag as having dated AOC's brother. Let's be real.
No, well, okay. When you phrase it like that, it makes it sound like I went on multiple dates with him. But
I said a date.
Oh, I thought you said dating. I thought you said, yeah. I was like, yeah, Gabriel. Yeah, I probably should talk about my date with Gabriel Cortez.
I just found out I'm only working 10 to 6 tomorrow. That's fun.
I mean, it's not that interesting of a story. It's just the fact that, like, it happened, and there's like a split timeline where there's like an alternate timeline where
AOC is coming to your Thanksgiving.
Yeah, AOC is coming by Thanksgiving. Like, wild. It's just wild to think. Small world. It's a small world after all. And I'm singing it wrong because Connor is afraid of copyright.
Yeah.
That's probably why Kamala Harris sang that song wrong too.
That song's in the public domain, Kevin.
That's why she was like, the wheels on the bus go round and round.
I fucking Lord. That's 2 references. Everybody, another shot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Kevin, do you have any more news to share with us?
No, that is all.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Kevin. immediately I want to steer the conversation to something that happened to me today.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Kevin, if you'll allow me for a minute, I would like to violate HIPAA laws for a second.
Which ones?
Specifically, disclosing a patient's information without their consent.
Connor, wait, you can't do that.
Oh, but the state of New York already did. Let me get into this. Okay. So as of right now, I'm currently undergoing consultation to see if I'm eligible for a procedure at some point like this year. I don't want to get like too much into it, but I am, as Kathy Griffin would say, trying to go to the dentist. Yeah, so I have to get clearance from like a bunch of doctors to see if I'm eligible. Like they want to make sure that my heart works right, my lungs aren't clogged, and I'm not like, hearing voices coming out of the TV telling me to kill my parents. So I went to my doctor and I was like, hey, can you write me a referral for like these 4 doctors? And she's like, sure, I got all your information. I'm going to be sending you the referrals in the mail within like a couple days. I get that package in the letter today. And my mom is sitting in the kitchen and she's like, oh, Connor, you got some mail. I didn't want to open it because it looked like it was from a doctor. The implication here being that if it didn't look like it came from a doctor, she would have opened my mail, which has happened, but we're going to gloss over that. So I opened this letter up and it's all the stuff I need from the doctor. I was like, oh, cool. I got an appointment with Dr. So-and-so, whatever. But then my mom takes this piece of paper out, which you can't see anything on. So I'm clear. And she's like, Connor, you didn't tell me you had all these health conditions. And I was like, what are you talking? I'm thinking she's talking about like, obesity, excessive calories and like, stuff like that. And she's like, Connor, when were you diagnosed with diabetes? I'm like, fucking excuse me, what? And then she's like, yeah. And then you've got prostate cancer. And I was like, no, I was like close, but no. But then that's a whole other story. But then she's like, Connor, like, what is all this? It turns out that the state of New York, this doctor's office, has sent me the medical history and like everything I could possibly ever want to know about a completely different person. Like we're going to call this man Chester Abrams. I don't know. I have his medical history, his date of birth, his address, his phone number, and every diagnosis this bitch has ever gotten. And my mom is reading it thinking that I have pain in my right hip. I have full incontinence, extensional hypertension. It is so funny because she is reading it with like a look of horror on her face. And I was just like, how would I have been diagnosed with diabetes and like hidden it from you? For like this guy was diagnosed in 2019 and I was like, oh yeah, I've just been like subtly like sneaking insulin into the house and like injecting it between my toes. Oh, and then it said smoking, hyperthyroidism, and I was like, Ma, I'm 30, not 84. So yeah, I gotta go report this to the Office of like Health Practices, and this doctor's office is looking down the barrel of like a $10,000 like fine. This is a big mistake.
Ooh.
But yeah, this is a big one.
Ask them. Oh wait, that would be illegal, right?
I'm trying to ask them for a bribe, so I won't.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. For the record, I did not say that.
No, you didn't. It wasn't funny.
But yeah, no, I wasn't trying to be funny. I'm genuinely wondering, like.
My only option is to shred it like I never saw it or report it and then get asked like, when did you receive the letter? How much of it did you read? Do you know this person? And then I'm going to get entrenched in the drama and I don't feel like doing that right now. I'm just going to shred this.
Oh.
But I did want to read this out because like just in the kitchen this morning, my mom being like, oh my God, my son's diabetic and he's like missing a left foot. Why did I not know about this?
He's missing a left foot.
The amount of stuff this poor man is going through, I'm like, I don't know how he's still alive. It's, oh God. But he was born in 1949. So anyway, that was something that happened to me today.
Yeah.
Kevin,
wow.
I have a question for you. Well, I already asked you this last night while we were FaceTiming, but I saw a movie last night. I would like to talk about it with you.
Is it The Menu?
No.
Oh.
Is that a fat joke?
Oh, no! So offensive.
Kevin, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh my God!
Kevin, that was so mean.
Okay. All right. You know what? Fine. You could. I'll take the piss for this.
Ew! Don't say that. Ew.
What? You know what I mean?
No, I don't. You're not British, Kevin. You don't get to say that.
Whatever.
Anyway, the movie I saw was on Disney Plus, because that's all I ever talk about on the show is fucking Disney shit, I noticed.
Yeah. Well,
but
Connor, look behind you. Like,
I don't know why. I was like, what's behind me? Okay. I was in the camera. I was like, the fuck does he see that I don't? Okay. No, Kevin, I want to talk about a freaking amazing actress, Amy Adams. Like, you know
Amy
her.
Adams. Has the girl ate?
Has the girl, when was the last time the girl ate?
Yes, that's what the quote is. I'm sorry.
Did you see her in The Woman in the Window?
No.
I thought she was great in that. I was definitely taken aback by that one, but I get where people are coming from. This girl has had like kind of a sleeping spell over her last couple of movies. Mm-hmm. But then she got asked to be in a sequel to one of her most iconic roles, I would argue, reprising the role of Giselle in Enchanted, in a new sequel called Disenchanted, which I got to see last night on Disney Plus, and I wanted to talk about it because I have thoughts. I did not ask you to see this one like the Pinocchio remake because I didn't know if you would get mad about this one too.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I haven't seen the original Enchanted.
That's a good reason to not watch it.
I know why. I know how it ends, so like you don't have to worry about spoiling it for me because I know how it ends and what happens in the movie.
I mean, fair enough. The movie has been out since like what, 2007?
Yeah, so like I don't care about. But like I do want to be surprised for this movie because you know what, I will get around to seeing it. I just haven't seen it yet ever since it came out, and maybe that's a good thing. So Connor, maybe you could talk about it without spoiling.
Absolutely, 100%. So the best thing I can say is Enchanted from 2007 is a must-see movie. It's by no means like the greatest movie you've ever seen, but if you like Disney, excuse me.
It was 2007. I thought it was 2010.
No, it was like we were still like, I think you were still in middle school. I was in high school.
Oh wow!
But
okay, anyway, continue.
This movie is not like the greatest movie you've ever seen, but it's absolutely necessary if you like Disney movies because this movie is packed to the brim with like self-referential humor, like hidden Easter eggs, like the amount of stuff that's like scattered throughout this movie is so clever, well thought out. Like two examples that I absolutely love. Number one of the characters has an assistant in the movie who's played by Jodie Benson, the voice of Ariel, who at one point actually does her Ariel voice in the movie, which was really cute to see. Then they, two characters go on a date at a restaurant called La Bella Notte. That's the song from Lady and the Tramp. But then there's like the little like details in the background. Like there's a character in the beginning, he's a giant troll trying to chase after like a princess or something. And his loincloth is made out of the peasant clothing of Disney princesses. Like you see like Belle's apron, Snow White's dress, Cinderella's dress, and they're all stitched together to make this guy's loincloth. And you don't see these things unless you watch the movie like really intensely. And that's the type of movie that I love. Like, we're here for the fans type movie.
So you love that Chip and Dale movie then? You definitely
loved that one, and I never watched Chip and Dale as a kid, but I was like, "This is fucking amazing!"
Yeah,
especially with Rachel Bloom voicing Flounder.
Rachel Bloom is Flounder. Yep,
absolutely. And then
Rachel Bloom, come on the podcast, please. We love you.
Oh God, but anyway, this new movie, Disenchanted, came out. Let me tell you, I was so excited for this movie to come out because I thought it was going to like continue the story in the same spirit as the original with like, references and hints and yada, yada. This movie does none of that. This movie does not care if you've seen the original. This movie doesn't care if you're a Disney fan. It's here to tell a story, and it is a bland one at best. It's a musical, and there's not a single song from the movie that I can actually remember like the lyrics or like the tune to. Ooh. And I was just so disappointed. Also, Idina Menzel gets a much bigger. She was in the first movie, but she didn't get to sing in the first movie, which is a mistake, obviously. But now she's in this movie, and she gets like 2-3 songs, and they all suck.
Oh no!
But then she gets. Here's
the
thing. Here's the thing. She gets 3 songs, but then she also sings the credits song, which is like how Disney movies do, like a remix of like the banger song from the movie. This one they had Idina Menzel do, and it sucks. It sucks both times. But yeah, they also give her bangs, which is a big fucking mistake. Idina Menzel, you don't need bangs. Cut it the fuck out. It doesn't work for her. It never has, never will. She doesn't have face for bangs. Fuck it. Oh my god. That's the biggest crime this movie had committed, is giving Idina Menzel bangs.
She does kind of look a little like Lea Michele when she has bangs.
That is the beginning of like why I hate Lea Michele so much, because she specifically asked for Idina Menzel to play her mom on Glee. Here we go again talking about Lea Michele on the fucking podcast. That's worth 2 shots. Everybody drink.
Yeah, everyone drink.
And she is just fucking. Oh god. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Oh god. Anyway, if anybody's watching, go watch Enchanted. Do not watch the sequel. It's fucking trash. However, I will say there is one character in the movie who was in the first one as like a little child. She gets a much, much bigger role in the sequel. Like, she's like, you know, more or less like going into main character territory.
Mm-hmm.
But they recast her. And I did not know that they recast her until like several hours later. I'm on TikTok and it's like, this character was recast in Enchanted. I was like, holy shit, she looks identical to the original actress.
Really?
It was very cool. And the original actress does get like a cameo in the movie, which I think is kind of weird. It's like, hey, we don't want to pay you like, you know, a full day of like, you know, main character pay.
That is kind of weird because like
it just came down to like the time span of the movie is only like what, 10 years later.
Yeah.
2007 is a lot more than 10 years, so she aged out of the role. And
what?
Yeah, she's now 24, and her character is supposed to be 17.
I've seen 24-year-olds play 17-year-olds,
but I mean, if you see how she looks right now, you can because you know how Disney is picky with like, you know, age and like what is an acceptable age.
Yeah.
Like 19 is too old to play a princess in their book. You know, they're like, oh, you can play the evil queen or something. I kind of see why they did it. I don't agree with it by any means, but it's whatever. But yeah, the recasting was done very well.
That's kind of a shame because I thought from the trailers, I thought it kind of had an interesting premise that like, you know, where Amy Adams like turns into the villain. Like I was like, oh, that's an interesting twist. The hero from the first movie is now the villain. Like
she is a villain.
Or a villain, whatever.
Yeah. Because Maya Rudolph is in this movie and she's trying her best.
I saw that she is in the movie. And like I don't know, I just like that was kind of interesting. Like now she's the evil stepmom. Like it's like okay.
There's one thing that I will say about this: Amy Adams ate, or at the very least, she had a snack. Yeah, she had like a light lunch. She is playing Giselle, who's like the stereotypical like Disney princess, like like Snow White at the theme parks. This one, she gets encountered with like a magic spell that slowly turns her into a villain. So you see her like 1 minute she's all like happy and flittery, and then the next minute she like switches and she's like playing the evil stepmother trope. And seeing Amy Adams like switch kind of seamlessly between these two personalities was like, she actually did really good. And I was like, okay, you got talent. I will give you that.
But that's such a stupid premise that it's like, it's just some potion that turned her evil. It's not like her own dark desires.
Exactly. That's where I thought it like failed. It was like, this isn't Giselle. To me, there's like no stakes almost. It's just like the entire movie is racing against the clock. And I was just like, I don't buy it. I really don't.
Yeah.
However, there is a large chunk of the movie that is done in traditional 2D animation style, still done with computers, but it is nice to see. Like, because, you know, since Disney dissolved their 2D animation department, it's rare you get to see that. And it was very, cartoon Idina Menzel, Kevin. Another war crime this movie committed. Holy shit. Animated Idina Menzel with bangs. Spooky, scary skeletons, Kevin. Holy shit. Oh my God. She's like a jump scare. I swear to fucking God. It's, oh God. Yeah. Do not watch this movie. Go watch the original. It's 20 times better. And that's all I have to say.
Okay. Wow.
Thoughts?
I guess, so I said my thoughts about how, like, you know, it sounded interesting because of the premise, but then you explained, no, the premise actually isn't as good as you think it is.
Not at all. Yeah, the best way I can describe it, Once Upon a Time meets Glee.
Once Upon a Time meets Glee.
And that's
no,
not a compliment.
No.
Yeah.
Both of those shows are on Disney Plus too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you have no idea how shocked I was when I first found out. I first saw that Glee was on Disney Plus. I'm like, what? Have you lost your damn marbles?
Oh no, but have you seen that like Gen Z on TikTok is like discovering Glee and watching it and like seeing their real-time reactions? Is like, you have so far to go, and the track is not finished. You're going to careen off the end. Like, you're not in the
track's not finished.
Oh my goodness. Anyway. That's more or less all I wanted to talk about today.
Is it really?
No, I do have my hyperfixation of the week.
Wait, was that not it?
Oh no. Kevin, where's the banner? Where's the banner, Kevin?
I didn't notice.
There it is.
I didn't notice the banner wasn't there. Oh my god.
Well, now it is. So I suppose that's the perfect time to get into my hyperfixation of the week. Now, Kevin, before I begin, I do want to say there is a little bit of a trigger warning. This is a very not safe for work topic. If any of my family is watching the podcast, please put your earmuffs on or go make yourself a very long cup of tea. Kevin, my hyperfixation of the week. I fucked my high school bully yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah. So
you are living a storyline from Glee.
Exactly. I was like, okay.
Or I'm pretty sure Degrassi did this plotline too.
Because it is like, it's almost like a joke now with like, oh, the bullied kid and the bully will eventually like become friends. But like in the gay community, it's like, you're going to end up fucking the guy that told you were queer. And that's exactly what happened to me.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, Kevin. Okay, so I gave you a little bit of a rundown, but like, I just want to like very quickly gloss over this because I believe it is my contribution to the It Gets Better movement to talk about this story. For anybody out there that's being bullied and being called names, you're going to fuck that boy one day and he's going to bottom. So here we go. Yeah, a couple days ago, I get a message. Actually, it goes back further than that. Several years ago, I get a message from a burner Facebook account saying, hey, Connor, we're going to call this boy Alex. Okay, we're going to call him Alex. Alex messages me and says, hey, Connor, I want you to realize I have grown up. I'm matured. The things that I did to you in high school were deplorable. You didn't deserve what I did to you. And just for a little bit, here's like some of the stuff this guy did to me. Calling me queer in the hallway wasn't bad enough. Stalking me by following me home with water balloons and at one point firecrackers, egging my house on multiple occasions, which like, you can fuck with me all you want. Don't fuck with my family or my home. And then
my house has never been egged.
That's because you're not interesting enough to egg, Kevin.
Oh wow. Someone did pull a prank on our house where they laid a bunch of plastic forks though, but that's like kind of it.
Laid a bunch of plastic forks?
Yeah, like all around my lawn.
What the fuck, Kevin? That's just a litter charge.
I mean, so's TPing.
Okay.
And actually, no, I think someone did do that to us one time too. Anyway, sorry, continue.
I don't even know where I left off.
Anyway, you were listening to bad things that Alex.
Yeah, no, he's just like, he did some like heinous shit, like posting videos of me to the internet. Like, it was without my knowledge. It was terrible. But yeah, he's like, hey, I want to apologize for some of the terrible stuff I did to you. I ignored him for years because I was still like not okay. But after like several years of therapy and like soul searching, I finally messaged him. I thought the account was a burner, and I thought like several years later, he's not going to message me back.
This was on Facebook, right?
Facebook Messenger, yeah.
Okay.
So finally, like 6 months ago, I typed him back. I was like, hey, you want to know something? I do finally forgive you. It took me a long time, but it's in the past, and I'm moving forward. Thank you for the apology. Goodbye. I thought he was not going to see it. 2 days ago, he messaged me back and he was like, hey, thanks for accepting my apology. How are you doing? And I was like, uh-oh. Instantly nervous because for good reason, I do not trust him. I forgive him, but I do not trust him. So I'm giving him like very cursory information. I was like, I'm doing well. I started a new job. I'm doing good. I'm still in New York. That's all you need to know. And then somehow he convinced me, what if we meet up and go get lunch together? And I was like, okay, again, I do not trust this boy. I agreed. And he said, we're going to meet up at the spot in town, right? I show up like 15 minutes early and I like watch the front of the store, the cafe, whatever we're going to. And I think, okay, if I see him and he goes in with another person, I know he's here with a friend and this is a setup. If he goes in alone, I will approach. So he did show up. He went in alone. I went inside. We talked for like an hour, talking about like, you know, what I've been doing, where I've been, you know, where I'm still living, yada, yada. What's he doing? And he's, you know, he's fine. He's okay. And then it started getting into, why did you bully me so bad? And he goes into the only thing I have to say is because I did not understand gay people and I bullied you because you were gay. And I was like, that's not a very good reason. That's not a very good reason at all. But he's like, hey, I was a troubled kid and I had to question everything that wasn't quote unquote normal in my life. And you were aggressively not normal. And I was like, that's a valid answer. I was definitely not normal. But yeah, so then it evolved into my past relationships, my love life, his failed relationships. And somehow it evolved us getting into his car, going to where I thought he was going to drop me off at my house. But instead, we went to a non-disclosed location and did some very adult things together.
Are you sure you don't want to disclose this location?
I absolutely do, because if I disclose this location, I could be put on a list of undesirables.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to keep that image blank. So, yeah, we did some really not fun. Kevin, this guy's a boring fuck. Here's the thing. This boy, he's curious. He's starting out in the world of man-on-man love. So he was very inexperienced, very boring, and just okay, I guess. So here's the thing. If you ever get the chance to fuck your high school bully, take it, but don't expect to be thrilled. I mean...
Good advice.
But, oh my God. But yeah, that was just like something that I never thought in a million years would happen, much less like, you know, when I was in high school. But like, wow, it felt almost cathartic, because once I was home and like, you know, in the shower, I was like, did I have a good time? No. Did it feel therapeutic? Absolutely. I was like, I'm not going to be messaging and be like, let's do it again sometime soon. I'm just going to sit here and be like, I fucked him. He fucked me for so many years, and now I literally fucked him. Full circle, Kevin.
Wow.
And that was, in its entirety, my hyperfixation of the week.
So it's like, it's truly like, you know, you're living, maybe you're the main character.
This was big main character energy, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I did, I'm gonna leave that detail out. It's a little gross. So,
okay. Wait.
Okay. No. You don't get to know.
Gross? Is it just gross?
It's gross. It's gross and unnecessary. You don't need to know this part.
Connor, think of the views.
Oh, absolutely not. If you want those views, you can follow me on Instagram. Yeah, I Instagram live the whole experience.
You Instagram live?
Yes, I absolutely did.
Wait, I didn't see this. When was
Kevin,
this?
you are cripplingly stupid sometimes. You know this?
Connor, that's mean.
It's accurate.
Well, good thing I'm cute.
No. Kevin, oh God, you're exhausting. Anyway. Oh God, I have nowhere else to. I did have another topic that I wanted to bring up. I saw something. Kevin, are you a Swiftie?
I would not call myself one. No, I do like some of her music. Her music's pretty good. Taylor Swift.
But you're not in like, the market to try and buy one of these impossible tickets to the Eras tour, right?
No.
Okay, because I came across a headline today that was from the New York Times. I only screenshotted the headline because that's all I needed. But the Justice Department is said to investigate Ticketmaster's parent company. Kevin,
Wow.
the Justice Department is getting involved in ticket sales to the Eras tour. I thought I misread it because I opened my phone the minute I woke up. I'm still like,
that's Taylor's power.
I was just like,
Taylor's
no
power.
Way this is real. Taylor Swift is like, they're getting. It just seemed like another one of those headlines that's perfect for the timeline we're living in. There's a war in Ukraine going on. Donald Trump just announced he's going to try and run again. And the headline from the New York Times is the Justice Department is investigating Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny. And then you see all the Swifties on TikTok panic-stricken trying to get these fucking tickets. Like, I'm 419th in line, in the virtual line to get my ticket. That costs not only an arm and a leg, but 3 children and a goat. It's absolutely insane. And I was like, there is not a person alive or dead that I would pay more than like $200 to see perform live.
Yeah.
And these people are forking over life savings.
I know. It's wild.
Oh, and then Pade just said tickets are in the secondary market for literally thousands of dollars. And do you want to know something? Some of these Swifties are going to be paying that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Taylor Swift is relatively young. This is not her farewell tour. She's gonna do another tour.
Yeah.
It's just... Also, Ticketmaster's parent company, Live Nation, is a monopoly. That's another detail I was not aware of.
Yeah.
So, no, I guess, like, it's, good for them to be investigated, but the catalyst being Taylor Swift was what really kind of, like...
I know. That's her power.
Oh, my goodness. It was absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, and then...
I really, I don't really understand concert culture. It, like,
absolutely.
I rarely ever go to concerts, ever. Mm-hmm. And, like, it's like what you said. I don't think there's a single person, like, alive that I would pay more than $200 to see live.
Right. That's where I am with, like, the whole Josh Groban coming to Broadway thing. It's like, I love Sweeney Todd. I love Josh Groban. I will not pay $800 to hear this guy. Ever.
Yeah.
I will watch every slime tutorial available.
Yeah.
And be fine with it.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. The price just isn't worth it, in my opinion. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand why people, like, are willing to pay so much.
It's not even that they're willing. It's like there's this, like, weird, like, mentality of, like, I have to see this right now because it's my last chance and it's, like, an iconic performance. I'm like, it doesn't speak to me, but, like, if I could speak to a Taylor Swift fan and, like, thoroughly investigate why they feel the need to do these things.
I mean, it's not just Taylor Swift. Like, it's not just Taylor Swift fans. Like,
no, the Little Monsters, Kevin. That is something I could get my friend Zach on here. He has seen Gaga live at least twice. And both times he said he has never regretted spending the money, but I know it's been in, like, insane territory.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Yeah. Ticketmaster is being investigated by the Justice Department. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, what else was I gonna say? Kevin, do you know who Elizabeth Holmes is?
Yeah. She's that lady with the turtleneck who makes her voice deeper so that people will take her seriously. Yes,
she's the one that scammed Walgreens out of, like, millions of dollars with this like this snake oil, like, blood testing machine where it's like you put a drop of blood in the machine and it tells you if you have syphilis or whatever. I don't fucking know. But it turned out to be a scam. And now she has been sentenced to 11 years for defrauding investors. 11 years.
Yeah.
That's, like, I just thought she was, like, kind of a really shitty person. So I was happy to see that. Oh, also, Darrell Brooks. Have you been following the Darrell Brooks trial?
No, I haven't.
But you know who he is. He's the guy that crashed his car into that Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Wisconsin? Was it Wisconsin?
I think so. Wait, the story sounds familiar. Yeah, he ended up killing several children, and he used the car as a battering ram and crashed into a Christmas parade.
he has been like kind of going viral on TikTok. I don't want to say that word viral, but he's been popular on TikTok because his trial has been being covered. His judge, Jennifer Darrow, I believe, has been patience of a saint. Like, because this guy, he's an idiot enough that he represented himself in court. He thinks he's smarter than everybody in the room. He was like trying to delay the trial as much as possible because he knew he was going to go to prison for the rest of his life. So he's like, you know, trying to tell the jury, oh, you guys can like he's trying to like affect the jury. He's douchebag, terrible person, rolling his eyes at the testimony of the victims, being like, I had to bury my fucking child today. And he's over here rolling his eyes. Douchebag. He got 6 consecutive life sentences plus more than 700 additional years in prison. He got like 3,000 years in prison. This guy got sentenced to.
Wow.
And let me tell you, I'm sitting there watching my phone, big ass smile on my face because I love seeing people get their just desserts. Yeah. And this is perfect. He's going to die in prison.
He's going to die in prison. Yeah.
Oh God.
6 consecutive life sentences.
Consecutive. God. Love it.
It's like just in case he comes back to life 6 times.
That was actually something he said in like the sentencing. He's like, well, I can't live for 1,000 years. And the judge is like, we know this. Like, do you not get what I've just sentenced you to? It's, oh my God, 70 counts on which he was found guilty. She sentenced Brooks to 17.5 years for each of the 61 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety with the use of a dangerous weapon. A life sentence for each one of the victims who died.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
So it's like, yeah, just in case, like, he gets brought back six times, like, he still has to. And even if he gets brought back to life a 7th time, he has 700 additional years.
Absolutely. Join us in about 5 years after Darrell Brooks is murdered in prison. We're going to get the Fruity Cereal community to do like a live necromancy to bring him back to serve his next life sentence.
Live necromancy.
So like, yeah, we'll see y'all in 5 years. We're going to meet in the Nevada desert. I'll bring the Ouija board. Oh God. Kevin, we need to end on a happy note. I mean, I've been
let's end on necromancy.
I'm talking about necromancy, bullies, scams, artists.
Yeah.
This episode has everything.
Yeah, this episode has everything.
My God.
It's got buses. It's got Venn diagrams. She loves Venn diagrams too. Have you noticed that? She's very much into the Venn diagrams.
Never seen.
She's like, I love
not
Venn
for nothing.
diagrams.
I don't follow Kamala Harris because I don't like her. I find her annoying. I find her very annoying. Obviously, this whole like thing with the bus thing and acting like an absolute idiot is probably the most interesting thing she's ever done.
It's great. I love it. She's on.
Oh, except for that like teaser. Did you see this when you saw Wakanda Forever? Her like promo where she does the thing and says Wakanda Forever, paid for by Kamala Harris. Have you not seen this?
Maybe. Wait,
Kevin, you have to see it.
Yeah, no, wait, I don't think I saw. No, wait, that's right. I barely saw the previews because
you watch movies with efficiency. You don't show up 20 minutes early to watch the previews. You're there like the minute pretty much the trailers begin. But it was just so fucking cringy and like so her, honestly.
Yeah.
But that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, another fun thing that like this really is just like, you know, me geeking out. The cast album for the recent Broadway revival of Into the Woods was nominated for a Grammy. So yeah, they're gonna be at the same ceremony with Sam Smith and Kim Petras.
Yes.
Philippa Sue 10 feet away from Kim Petras coconuts.
Is that song nominated?
No, it's not nominated. Kevin, that's like 5 years old now.
Yeah, so what do the Grammys care? They're always nominating things that are like years that like were made years ago.
Are you serious? I don't watch the Grammys.
They always do. Like every time, like I see that a song is nominated for a Grammy, I'm like, wait, didn't that song come out like 2 years ago? Why is it nominated now?
That's odd. I've never noticed that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
I think we're gonna getting close to the minute mark, and we've just been kind of just adding things on.
Yeah, I mean, I love talking to you. I don't want to say goodnight.
Yeah, I don't either, but we have been going over an hour for like the past few episodes. Maybe it's about time we actually like ended after
Here's
before,
the thing,
before the hour. That's what I meant to say.
I would like to make this disclaimer. As long as I have something interesting to talk about, I will continue talking. But seeing as how I have nothing interesting to talk about right
but
now,
it's
maybe we
like
should
nothing
say
else.
goodbye.
We talked about the Kamala Harris's buses and
3 times. 3 times.
3 times. No, well, technically 4 because I just brought it up again. So keep gulping that drink.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye.
Okay. All right.
To you.
To me.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you enjoyed what you sat and witnessed today, you can follow all of our social media at Fruity Cereal, Fruity like the fruit, cereal like the number.
Yes, because Halloween's over, bitches.
It's boring. I hate it. Anyway, if you like Kevin, you can follow him on his social media.
It's Kevin O'Lear, ITSKEVINOLEAR. Where can they find you, Connor?
They can't. You could follow me on my Twitter if it's still there next week. At Connor F from LI. You could follow my Instagram at Connor K Fitz 92. Or no, Connor. I did this last week. What's my Instagram? My Instagram is Connor K Fitz. My TikTok is Connor K Fitz 92.
Yes.
Oh God, I don't like getting older, Kevin. My memory's going.
Yeah, and make sure to smash that mother forking like button on this video.
Join us again next week where Kevin's gonna live stream his first on-air stroke. Kevin, that was
so mean.
Kevin, learn how to speak, and then I will invite you to join us next week. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you next week, Monday at 9 a.m.
See you then. Bye-bye.